Hey, what up? You Control You podcast. I'm grateful for life, grateful for God, grateful for family, grateful for beautiful mornings where you don't have to rush out of the house. Hmm. I'm grateful for friendships that can withstand hard conversations. Yeah. What are you grateful for? Always curious. So don't mind sharing. Let me know what you're grateful for. Keep it moving. Today, today we are talking about CAN, C.A.N, create action now. Because hesitation is the enemy and momentum is how you win, right? So, the law of attraction, we've talked about on this show before. We've talked about different ways to think about things, to write it down, to really communicate that. And I came up with this acronym working with my fighters. And so it was this thought process telling them to envision this title around their waist, to envision how it feels, to envision themselves taking a picture with it, envision it in the car on the ride home, picture where you're going to put it in your house, picture where it's at everywhere. Create this distinct vision of what it's going to be like, right? Picture yourself walking into the ring. Picture yourself in every moment so it's not new. Just start picturing it in your mind and live it within your mind. Your mind doesn't know it's fake, right? It doesn't know, especially if you think about it enough times. So your mind is just going to do whatever's necessary to make it happen. And so you start with creating this thing in your head. You have to create it, right? Before you build it, you must create it. You must see it in your head. Then you just apply action to it. You work towards it a little bit every day. Some steps will be bigger, some steps will be smaller, but you're working towards it every single day. And when you fall, you get up, right? You get up. Just like when you were learning how to walk, you fall, you get up. You don't just sit there, you get up. It's in our instincts to get up. So just do that. That's you creating the action. You visualize it, you see it, you create it in your mind, and now you're putting the action to it. Now, where it really hurts people is take whether or not they take the action fast enough, right? Man, I thought about this thing, I'm doing it, I'm working towards it, or better yet, I want to work towards it, but I'm gonna wait till next week. What? Why? I'm gonna wait for a month from why? I'm sure there's something you could do today. Well, I don't have the time. Make the time. You must create it in your mind, put action in the building it, and it has to happen now. You can't wait because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. So you got to start putting in that work in now. You encourage, you say you will try again. Yeah. Yes, sir. Or ma'am. So as we go forward, that's how you have to live your life. Create action now. It's really simple. We're creating this action. We're going to do it now. We're not going to wait. Well, Shah, I already work a job. I already do this. So you want to build your career. You want to be an entrepreneur. It's your second job now. You work your second job, the job you're creating like it's a part-time job. Well, I already work 12-hour shifts and I got a family. Great. Work 10 hours a week on your second job. You can't find 10 hours somewhere? You get a little less sleep. Let's say you take an hour from your sleep, right? Every single day of the week. That's 7 hours right there. Now you plug in somewhere else. So it's not difficult to find the time. It's hard to actually do it. It's really simple when you start mapping out your schedule, right? But you have to do it now. And that's the part that gets so lost is that people don't put in enough time now. Or what they do is, we talked about this for New Year's resolution. They'll put in a lot of work right now and then stop. But it's always now. It's now. A year from now, I'll be doing this podcast because it's now. Always. It's the uh it's the choice you want to take each step. Yeah. You have to walk each step. If you want to build your dream, you have to actually do the work. And it's so funny to me that people will have people will create these visions in their head and stop right there. Oh man, I want to do this. All right. Did you map it out in your head? Did you see it? What's it look like to you? Man, I forgot. Why didn't you write it down? Why didn't you focus on it? It must not have been that important. It's so crazy because to me, God gives us these visions. I actually talked about this morning, and we don't. How many do we just let go? I The words that I say are coming from something higher, and I can feel it anytime I talk. So it's like I'm sitting here creating these things in my head. I'm creating, thinking about, okay, how can I help someone today? How can I be in service of someone today? Sometimes it's a motivational talk. Sometimes it's jumping on them a little bit, letting them know they're not doing enough. Give me more. Sometimes it's a mixture of both. Sometimes it's not saying a word and just watching. But I created this vision in my head of what my gym is going to look like, what my fighters are going to look like, what success looks like to me. Success looks like to me having a prosperous gym while still maintaining a great relationship with my family. That means a lot. So that means I had to cut other things down. When I was running a gym, fighting, family came last. And that's not the life I want anymore. So it's God, gym, family, and gym and family flip flop depending on the day and the situation, right? So that's that's how I view that, and I work hard towards that every day, putting action towards this, making sure that we're moving forward with purpose. And I already discussed now. CM Honey, what are you creating right now? What can you do? Ha, that was well done. That was a pun. What can you do? I'm curious. And the beauty of Corey is like, well, I'm in Corey's can right now. Ha, that's another pun. I'm in his can. That's dope. Bars. Man, you're learning to speak Spanish and use sign language. That's dope. What are you doing that for? Curious. Yeah. Corey, why are you running a studio?
So I want to help people get their word out. I think a lot of people have a lot of great things they can give to the world, and I think media is a great way to be able to do it, to influence people in a positive fashion.
Man, that's what's up. Your parents are from El Salvador and deaf. Well, that's a good reason, man. Well, that's a great reason. Not that your parents are deaf, let me say that, but it's a good reason for you to learn how to speak Spanish and sign language. Man, that's super dope. And Corey, always amazing. When when if I go back to create, something that I know I've discovered with people is that it's like they believe they need permission to dream. They it needs to be okay because society doesn't say, "Hey, let's dream big," right? Certain people say that, but society as a whole doesn't want you to do that. So when I thought of create, I think of you don't need permission to dream. You don't need the perfect plan. You need to create right now. Create the vision, create the path, create this energy. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be real. Creation is the spark. You want change, it starts in your mind. Build it, speak it, see it. Bars. When I think of action, ideas without action are just noise. Dreams die in people who overthink and undermove. I think we all can think of either situations that we've done ourselves or we know someone who is is overthinking everything but not moving at all. They're talking about every step but not moving forward with any steps. Though and the biggest hang up is like people are afraid. People are deathly afraid to fail, to not succeed. And instead, like punch fear in the mouth, move, even if you're scared, even if it's messy. Train, build, write, lead, speak, push, whatever it is, do it today. The world honors those who move, not those who wait for the right time. I received my medal for my school from my school district for my family engagement, heal spreading learning. Oh, that's what's up. Congrats, man. Oh, you're getting out of your way. You're starting to move forward. That's hey, at least you're recognizing it and you're moving forward. And here's the biggest thing when it comes to now. Now is the only moment you're guaranteed. Later is a myth. Tomorrow is a gamble. Now is power. Now is real. Now is yours. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to start. And to me, that's so powerful because when I think about this stuff, I think of all the people that told me that it wasn't. Thank you, Odin. I think about all the things that people would say. Hey, don't do music. It's never gonna pay off. It's never gonna do this. It's not gonna work. It's like it's a once in a lifetime opportunity to maybe make it happen. Like you need luck. You need this. You need that. And their vision was based in fear. My vision was me and Apollo introducing an act on stage, having a good time. My vision was tours. My vision was helping someone get a record deal, right? My vision was always going to be me helping others succeed in music. And I never let that vision change while I was doing it. I stayed focused on it and I kept working and I kept striving and I kept pushing. And I made so many mistakes. Oh my goodness. When I think about the amount of money that got spent in places that now I know better, right? Now I have a better understanding of how it could have been done differently, but I could only gain that understanding by making the mistakes that I made. I am what's the is it I'm not risk adverse. I am down to take a risk. I am down to jump off the cliff. I am down to fall. That doesn't mean I'm not afraid of it. It doesn't mean that I don't think about it. I got sent a text yesterday with some numbers for a new situation when it comes to my gym. And this entire time I've been waiting on this, and instantly fear gripped me. And it was overwhelming emotionally, but it doesn't stop me from wanting to move forward. It's just that fear smacks the heck out of me, and then I still move forward. And when it smacks me good, right? And so, but I don't know how, I can't cower away from it because my vision for my gym hasn't been reached yet. The vision for my gym, I've just been doing action towards every single day, but I haven't reached it yet. So I got to keep moving forward. I got to keep doing this. I got to keep doing that. I got to keep working. I got to keep messing up. And sometimes people think of C.A.N, like when I describe C.A.N to people, they're like, "Well, what if you fail? What if you mess up? What if you do this? Then start over. Create if you need to create the vision in your mind again, and this time make it a little bit differently because now you know what mistakes you made, do them differently. But you got to take that action. You got to take it now, baby. That's the only way to make this thing work. What what's something that you guys are working towards, right? Like I want to know what you're working towards. What are you trying to build? Corey, when you think of of coaching,
Yeah.
coaching basketball, do you know what you're trying to create with them?
Yeah. I mean, what I'm hoping is to create a system of coaching, kind of a coaching tree for fundamentals, really focusing on grade school and early high school.
Okay, pause.
Okay.
Oh, pause right there. Pause right there. So what Corey said as far as coaching basketball, he said he wants to create a coaching tree that is doing nothing but helping uh basically middle age and younger,
Yeah, really like probably
middle school,
middle school and early high school. Not
middle school and early high school working on their fundamentals.
yeah, it's totally missing, bro.
That's what he's trying to create is hoopers at a young age focus on the fundamentals. And what action are you doing towards that?
Right now, I have now coached from third grade, actually all the way up through high school. So I'm getting experience in coaching, observing the kids to see what they're missing, and then now I've started doing these free trainings in which kids can come in and start learning the fundamentals, and I base my trainings around the things that I want to grow out.
So he's talking about his action is coaching and having a free training sessions for people to come in where he gets to experiment with his drills. He gets to figure things out. He gets to see what works, what doesn't work, what works with this person, what works with this person. This person is built this way. This how it works. Like, how often do you mess it up?
No, all the time.
All the time. All the time. He's messing up. I love that. And well, I know you're doing this. He's already working on it now. Do you? Your son's a soccer. I'm my son. Oh, you're your son's soccer coach. So you understand, like,
Okay.
you gotta, as a coach, right? Your job is to guide them, help them get better. But then how do you do that? And sometimes the kid is so blessed with so much talent that it's easy to overlook the basic stuff. but you got to keep it focused and keep that person hungry to gain more knowledge, hungry to get better, hungry to strive for greatness. And some of that, what I've learned as a coach is, oh man, you take them to jujitsu too. Oh, that's absolutely amazing. That's absolute. Then, you know what, honey, you should check out my YouTube. I interviewed uh BJJ coach, and we had a great conversation. If you find his oh, he turned 4. Oh, he's gonna be a monster. You should find the episode. I think it's only like 3 or 4 episodes ago. So, but anyway, like I would ask, like for me, I did this with my son. I do this with my fighters. I ask them what they envision themselves looking like doing this. With my son, it's like, how do you envision yourself playing football? How do you picture that? What jersey do you have on? Like, what are you doing? And so I think about that way. Oh, excuse me. I think about that way with my fighters. It's like envision everything. Some of it we could do. Like in between rounds, I could coach you this way. I can have you walk around the ring like like I could do all these things, but you need to envision it and smell it. He speaks Spanish and sign language. Oh yeah, he's gonna be able to fit in a lot of places. He's gonna speak English, Spanish, know how to communicate with deaf people. Oh, he's Gucci, and he's gonna know how to choke a person out. Yeah, he's great. He's great. You're doing a great job. Awesome. That's absolutely amazing. So, what about everybody else? What are you trying to do with your life? You can do what? Can do what? I am so curious. Yes, yeah. Like he's 4 years old. Honey's son is gonna definitely conquer the world. He's gonna conquer his world. Man, BJJ at 4? By the time he's 5, he's gonna know how to ankle lock someone. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I use C.A.N for this podcast, yo. I had a vision in my head, and even when I was doing it and I wasn't reaching that vision, I didn't I didn't doubt I could do it. I didn't doubt in it. I knew it was I knew we would keep going forward. I knew that we would figure it out. I knew that would happen. And so we did. And we just keep chugging away at these episodes. And one of these days, I'm gonna come in here and be like, Corey, did you know we on episode 200? This is ridiculous. What are we doing here, sir?
You got a vision for that two-story building off the front line.
Oh, two story.
I don't know if you've seen that. It's right up this way on the west side. I think it's like an insurance building or something like that. But it's like it's flattened out. You can like see it, directly. I think it's before you get to the Seminole exit.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Off Todd Drive.
In there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Got a vision for that place.
Then you should jump on it. I do that with buildings.
Yeah.
I do that with buildings. There's when I was doing music, I had a vision for a club.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You want to get in the club business?
Yeah, man. I figured if I'm a managed artist, why not give them a place they can perform?
Makes sense.
Do you know where Stoughton Road and East Wash combine, that 4-way stop?
Yep.
Big giant 4-way stop.
Yep.
You got Cousins over here.
Yeah.
You got that. Yeah, you got Walgreens. You got no, it's a Subway and then Walgreens.
Okay. Yep.
And then on this side you have it's a Spanish restaurant, like whatever. That corner, empty building with a dealership next to it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So that building reminds me of like, now we're in Wisconsin. So that building reminded me of um it gave me Batman vibes. And like certain clubs that I would see on TV where you would have like you could put a big light on top of it, and because the way it's like this just big box building,
Mhm.
it just, and I'm like, oh man, it could have multiple floors.
Right.
And then I was thinking about a club in Chicago, I believe it's called Excalibur,
Yeah, I've been there.
where the top floor is where I I know people don't like breaking things down in race, but the top floor was where all the white people were
Yeah.
because they would play like EDM house music mixes. The middle floor was the Latin floor
Mm.
because they had Latin music all the time, and then the bottom floor was hip hop and R&B. So you can go to any floor and catch your vibe.
Whatever you're looking for, yeah.
And so I was like, man, how dope would that be in Madison? And then I was like, man, I could put a big old Batman type light, bat signal light up
Right.
there, and have my own logo.
Right.
Like you could do red carpet.
Right.
And I'm like, man, if this dealership wasn't here, if the dealership ever folded or moved, you could just use the parking lot because it's so big.
Right.
Have security, like with the little earbuds, and like everybody's communicating with each other. You gotta check your coat.
Yep.
We're not playing around.
No.
We're not even like I'm spending probably like $100,000 to $200,000 on security
Yep.
every year because people are getting salary. Like, hey, this is what we're doing, and it's just a nice, cool spot where you can step to, have performances, and like it's right on the highway.
Yep. Not too
So
far
you
from out of town.
you
Just
not
come down and
yeah,
slide on.
hotels nearby.
Yep. Right on
You
the
know what I'm
road.
saying? It's not far from downtown,
Nope.
but
Straight shoot.
you could ride a bike.
Yes.
You could take a bus.
Yep.
Like I was like, hey, this is dope.
Right.
And so, do I come out to Vegas for tournaments? I haven't been to Vegas for fight tournaments. Uh, I would though. I would. Vegas. I have fun in Vegas. I did the 24-hour trip. Yeah, I had to go see Wu-Tang. Come in, do our thing, see Wu-Tang, chill for a little bit, get some food, fly out the very next morning, early in the morning, like 4 a.m. And so, but I didn't make that vision happen. Right. It bugs me now. It kind of irritates me a little bit because I drive by that building and I'm like, man, that still would be a dope club. Like it's still vacant.
Really?
Yeah. But the dealership has built up.
Oh, they added more.
Yeah. And like, but my vision for a club was that style of building. And so it's, yeah. Yeah. And it was like one day, that's what I picture. I'm like, okay, when I'm when the gym is cracking and I could just coach and I want to start something else, I know what this building looks like now. It doesn't have to be that building, but I know what that building is. And I could turn that into a restaurant, club, sports play, like something. I can make it into something where then someone else is running it. I'm just the owner. And like that's funny because it leads me to my other kid. Oh man. I see why the women in my life can be annoyed with me because I have so many cans, so many things I've created in my mind. Like I want someone to, since I've been a kid, even football was the means to this end. I always thought I want to be the guy that owns all these products and you don't know who owns it. I want to be the guy who owns it and you don't know. You walk in your house, you hang your coat up, I own the brand of coat. You put it on a coat rack, I own the rack. You sit down in the recliner, my recliner. I don't care what the name is, you just don't know my name is on it. You don't know I own it. You turn on that TV, Hey, now.
Right.
You go in the kitchen, you go in your bathroom, you got TP, toilet papers on. It's being ran by like
Right.
everything. There's not a room in your house that something I own isn't there. You just don't know who owns it. That was always
So are you
the
talking
goal.
about doing that through acquisition, through business acquisition?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, just buying stuff and moving. Like I understand. There's a part of me that's always a little heartless. It doesn't mean I put money first. It just means that I care less about certain things.
Yeah.
And so if I can have if I have these businesses, then I could just make sure people are getting paid well.
Right.
My product's selling, everything is good. And the things that I truly love, I'm running. I'm in the day-to-day. I'm doing the damn thing. And so it's funny to me because I've always been this way. I've always been an owner. Like I was talking, I had this conversation with my wife because, like you remember Patrick,
Yeah.
I brought him, and she asked the question, well, do you think immigrants? You think it's something with being an immigrant that makes them want to be an entrepreneur even more? And I'm like, I'm sure, probably, because a lot of times they start a business in their own country and like they're just doing something, like they're just running the show, they're doing whatever. But I'm like, I wish I knew what that was because since I can remember, it's always been me. Like when I started mowing my own lawn for like I looked at that as a punishment.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I gotta mow the grass. Like until I looked at other people, I was like, wait a minute, they might need their grass cut. Hey, I'm just curious. I'm mowing lawns around the neighborhood. Would you would are you interested in having someone mow your lawn? Well, how much do you charge? Oh, I would charge $20 for front and back. That lets you know how long ago this was too. They're like, yeah, we'll give it a try. Do a great job. Then I knock on the neighbors.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I just cut their lawn. I charge $20. Do you want me to cut? Like, and I'm just going through any house. I don't care where it's at. Did the same thing with shoveling snow. I was like, oh man. Especially, and then the funny thing is I would watch, like if I walk somewhere to go play ball or do something, I would see where the old people are. And then when winter came, knock on their door. Hey, do you need your driveway shoveled? Oh, my son's gonna come by in a couple days to do it. Okay. Well, here's my number, right? If you need it done sooner, let me know. Oh, well, I would like it done now. $20.
Yeah.
I don't know why this, like, nobody taught me this. No one said this. It's funny when I watch The Wire, and thank you, Einstein. Did you watch every episode of The Wire?
I haven't watched every episode.
Oh, bruh.
I know.
Everyone should
Godfather of Harlem.
everyone should boo Corey right now. Just boo Corey for not watching every episode of The Wire. But
Every episode. I've watched a bunch.
there's a part where the kids are involved where he steals basically he's got a hook up on candy and he's selling candy at the school. Well, I worked at a gas station stocking. I'm not like it's not something I'm proud of. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. They sell this Snickers bar for X amount of dollars. What if I just take it with me and I sell it for less?
You got to undercut your own job.
And I did. Like I did on a lot of stuff. And I was like, oh man, it never dawned on me to hit up the whole, like to hit up the supplier,
Yeah.
because to me, the gas station was the supplier.
Yeah.
I'm robbing the dealer to go sell this product. And I'm like, in retrospect, it wasn't the right move,
Right.
but that's where my mind was.
Right.
And like doing a paper route.
Right. You're not doing it.
Like the funny thing about the paper route is back in the day, like I don't know if you had to do this, but they sent me out to go get the money from the people for the paper route.
Yeah, I had to collect it.
What I learned, they shouldn't have done this, is I remember going to make collections, and what up, Juan? Going out and making collections, right? And people didn't pay.
Mm.
They're like, oh, I'll pay in a week, or they didn't answer.
Right.
And then I have to come back and like call and, hey, this person didn't pay this person. They're like, oh, no, it's no big deal. We'll send somebody else out there to get it.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Hey, it's X amount of dollars, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. They paid. Hit everybody up. Hey, only these amount of people paid. And okay, we'll take care of it. They never really followed up. They didn't, it's like they didn't care.
Mm.
It's like, oh, now I just get money.
Right.
So I started paying myself. I did that with the base, man. Actually, now that I think about it, I did illegal things all the time and try to do legal things with the money.
Undercut
Yeah.
everybody I work with.
Yeah. I'm like, because I didn't like having a boss. I did that with the baseball candy. I found out though I did have to come up with the money for that.
Oh yeah, because they
Yeah, they
you.
front you the candy.
Yeah,
And like they want their,
expect
they
you to
track
return
that.
what I fronted you.
I was like, oh man, okay, I'll come out of pocket on that one. Okay, cool. But like, man. So I've always just wanted to run my own business. I was always trying to create something in my head. So, and doing the action. What do we talk about on here? Well, today, Juan, we're talking about C.A.N, create action now. And I was just going through different moments in my life where I was creating things in my mind, taking action to do it, and I was doing it right then. And not all of it was legal. Like you start moving some illegal products, right? That's that's you trying to create something and taking action for it now. Oh, thank you. Wait, oh, you scrolled up.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I was like, oh, he said it again. So I'm curious how many of you are creating something and taking action for it now. Like, are you doing something with your life right now? Are you doing something you actually enjoy doing?
Mm.
Are you creating the dream you have in your head? And the funny thing is, it doesn't have to be a job. Like when I say that, people think, oh, he's an entrepreneur. It's got to be a job. No, 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 no. Are you creating the family that you envision? Right? Are you helping create that? And this is where I know people get messed up with a family. They'll see they envision a loving family in their mind, and then they take it a step further. Well, my kids are doing this, this, and this. Well, that's not for you to dictate, right? You can't make your kids do this, this, and this all the time. If you're go back to the first vision, right? I want to create a loving family. Boom. Now, what actions can you take that create a loving family? What can you do right now? Tomorrow, when you wake up, what actions can you take right now? Right. Good morning, Jordan. So it's like it's constantly going through all that and figuring out what it is that you're really trying to create. Are you trying to create a job? Are you trying to create a family? Are you trying to create this? Are you trying to create that? Like it's going through all that and recognizing what you need to do to create it, because you can do anything. I just felt like I just bit off my own nonprofit. You can. Yeah, I did. That's okay. That's how dope that is.
You can lease it to him.
Yeah.
You try to undercut him.
The funny thing is, when I came up with C.A.N, it came about because of Cav. I first said Cav. I was like, create action, uh, or no, clarity, action,
What was the V? Cat,
vision. I think it was vision or something like that. And
clarity, action, and vision.
yeah,
Which you could use.
yeah, it could,
You can.
but oh man, shots fired. Yeah, we can.
But that's just what we talked about.
Yeah, exactly. So
Well, what do we do?
that's a big thing. Who do you want to be? People talk, people always say, I hear this talked about a lot. Be a hero in your own story. I would ask that a little bit differently. What how do you how do you see yourself in your own story? Cool, you want to be a hero in your own story, but what does that look like? What does that sound like? When someone introduces you, oh, that's a big one. I use that quite often. When someone introduces you, what do you want them to say? When you think about life that way, that's a little bit different. Because if you want to be known as Dr. X, Y, and Z, what do you got? You got to put in a lot of work. If you want to be known as this, like when someone introduces me, I want someone to introduce me as, for lack of a better word, entrepreneur, coach, loving father, friend, leader, resilient. I love that word, Corey. A disruptor. When I think about these words, it's now I have to take action to become that because that's what I want to be. Faith driven man, spiritual, honorable, flawed. When I think about these things, that makes it easier for me to figure out what I'm trying to create because I'm getting clarity about myself. And when I have a clear vision for myself, then I can create almost anything. It's limitless. I just got to put in the work and the action. And if as long as every day I'm doing it now, I'll get a little luck sprinkled on me, right? And something will happen. Eventually, this podcast is going to get some luck sprinkled on it, right? It's going to reach maybe 300 episodes before it happens, maybe 1,000, maybe 51st. I don't know, but I'm just going to keep taking action. And because I'm taking that action, the universe isn't going to deny me. God is going to say, okay, you put in that time, you put in that effort. Here you go. And it's going to be beautiful. And then I'm going to create a new vision for the podcast. It might not be that much different. It might just have more guests. It might, I'll have new things to talk about. You see what I'm saying? I might have more than, I might have like 5 cameras coming down. Y'all get to see my beautiful face from every angle. You see what I'm saying? So it just travel more. Imagine me and Corey traveling everywhere, flying places, go interview people. That sounds like fun. That sounds like a lot of fun. But y'all get what I'm saying. Hopefully, you got to create it. You got to create it, right? You got to create this vision. You got to take action and you got to work towards it. And the more clear you can get on yourself, the better off you are. Corey, how are they going to introduce you?
Entrepreneur,
Entrepreneur,
mentor,
mentor. I like that one.
coach,
Coach,
family man.
family man. That's big.
I can hit those 4 bullet points. I'll be good.
He said if he could hit those 4 bullet points. Here's a message. He's an entrepreneur, he's a coach, he's a mentor, and he's a family man. Mission accomplished.
I just want to step into those things deeper.
Oh, you want to be better at it.
Absolutely.
How do you do that?
Experience. I keep doing what I'm
Hmm.
doing. I keep learning and I keep adapting and getting better and better.
Well said, my brother. So simple. Not easy. Don't get it twisted. It's not easy, but it is simple. Simple. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, Corey. I talk can to death.
Yeah, folks got to get out and do something.
Yeah, they got to work. Put in some work, yo. Make it happen. I do have a fighter that can't walk right now, though.
Mm,
It's kind of funny. I let her keep getting kicked in the leg yesterday.
mm.
But she's got a vision of fighting and she's creating it. She's taking action and she's in pain right now, but it'll pay off. Long term, it'll pay off. So, but man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, keep following along. I appreciate y'all so much. You control you, baby. We out.